Hi, dear students, how are you? I am fine. I think you are also very fine. In my last class, I taught you the rules and grammar of writing the headline of the newspaper report. So, I think you have already attended my lectures, and if you don't understand the previous lecture, please show your comment to me, and I will once again try to make you understand the previous topics very clear. As part of the previous topic, now I want to teach you the other rules of how to write the headlines of news report writing. So, dear students, let's before attending the class, please take your pens and papers and get ready to attend the class with me and start writing as I am writing before you. So I think you have already taken your pens and papers, and now get ready. Okay, are you ready? Okay, now I am also ready. Go. You know, E. In the previous class, I taught you about four rules of writing English language, English headlines of the English language, report writing of English language. So now I am going to rule number 5 or rule number E. Okay. So in some headlines use both verbs and nouns, and some nouns are used to modify another nouns. So it is very difficult for the students or for the commoners or for the common learners of English who are not still very well in English. They do not understand properly the meaning of the headline. So now let us see how some words are used as verbs and as nouns. I am going to give you an example, and please write with me. Okay? US got aid to third I think you can see the headline I wrote here. US cut aid to third world. US cuts aid to third world. So, what is the meaning of this sentence? US is the subject and cuts is the verb, aid is the noun, to third world is the complementary part of the headline. So here US means the United States of America. Cuts means in my previous class I told you cut means reduce something, reduce the amount. Cuts aid means United States of America has reduced the amount of help or has lessened the amount of help to third world countries. I also told you that third world countries means there are like Bangladesh is also a third world country. India, Pakistan are also the examples of third world countries. So again, now let's learn what is the meaning of the headline US cuts aid to third world. This means the amount of aid or help from the government of America or the United States of America to the countries of third world has been very much reduced or simply reduced. Am I clear? Okay, so if you understand, then let's go to another headline. US cuts road. US cuts road. I think you now have understood that US means the United States of America, cuts means reduction, and row means disagreement. What is row or what is disagreement? Disagreement means, suppose I am going to give you a lecture of 20 minutes, but you like 30 minutes or 40 minutes from me. So you want a lecture of 40 minutes from me, but I do not like to give you the lecture of 40 minutes. I like to give you the lecture of 20 minutes or 10 minutes. So this is a kind of disagreement. Disagreement, you do not disagree with, you do not agree with me. So what is the meaning of this headline? Cuts, row means disagreement, cuts means reduction. So there has been a disagreement. There has been a disagreement because United States has reduced the amount of help. Oh, sorry. This is the headline. Aid cuts row. Aid cuts row. In this sentence, aid is a noun. In aid cuts row, aid means help. Cuts means reduce. There has been. So what is the meaning of this sentence? There has been a disagreement about the reduction in aid. There has been a disagreement about the reduction in aid. There has been a disagreement about the reduction in aid. Aid and cuts are both nouns. Here, aid and cuts both are noun. In this sentence, cuts is a verb, but in this headline, cuts is a noun. So I think I am clear to you, and I think you have already understood. Next example of the headline. Cuts, aid, rebels. Cuts, aids, rebels. Cuts, aid, rebels. Cuts means reduction, aid means help, and rebels means, there are some people who do not like to follow the rules and regulations of a particular society or a particular country. So those people or those group of people are called rebels. So the meaning of this headline is like this: the reduction in aid is helping the revolutionaries. The reduction in aid or help is helping or assisting the revolutionaries or the people who are trying to strike or who are trying to go against the rules of a particular country. Here, cuts is a noun and aid is a verb. Cuts is the noun and aid is the verb, and rebels, rebels are the people who are going against the country of the particular government. So, dear students, I think these three examples have helped you to understand how English newspaper headlines are written. And once again, I would like to recap the summary of this rule. Means cuts and aid. So some words are used at the same time as verb and as noun. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very, very cautious about how the words are being used as nouns. Either the words are being used as nouns or as verbs. But if you want to be expert in making out the meaning of these kinds of headlines, you have to practice regularly. There is no alternative to reading English newspaper regularly. If you do regularly read English newspapers, only then you will be able to be a very good learner of English newspaper headline. Okay, now let's go back to another rule. And now you complete writing this what I have written on the board. Next rule, rule number F. Okay, dear students, now rule number F. Headlines often use infinitives to refer to the future or to indicate future time. Thus, the simple English is infinitives. Use infinitives to plus present base form of the verb for denoting future time. Infinitives to plus verb for future time. Infinitives for future time. Okay, let's go for some example. PM to visit Austria. You know, to visit here, PM means Prime Minister is the subject, and visit is the verb, and to visit is the example of infinitive. And I already told you that use infinitives in the headline for indicating future time. So PM to visit Austria means PM will visit Austria. PM will visit Austria. Another example I can give you, I to deliver a lecture on headlines vocabulary. That means I will deliver a lecture on vocabulary. Next, am I clear? Next, let's go to another example of infinitives. Okay, I think you have written this example on your paper, and now write this. Hospitals to take fewer patients. You see, to take. Take is the verb and to take is the example of infinitive. So what is the meaning of this kind of exam headline? This means hospitals will take fewer patients. Hospital will admit fewer patients. Am I clear? Okay, then let's go for another example. One thing I would like to remind you that for is also used for future tense. Use for, or sometimes for is used to indicate future time. Troops for Glasgow. Look at the headline. Troops for Glasgow, and at the end of the headline there is a note of interrogation. But you know, this is not a complete sentence, or this is not the example of an interrogative sentence. So why do headlines use interrogative sign at the end of the sentence? The answer is very easy. When the reporters of the newspaper are not sure if this headline is true or not. Am I clear? So the meaning of the headline is troops means soldiers. Troops means soldiers. Are soldiers going to be sent to Glasgow? Are soldiers going to be sent to Glasgow? Is the meaning of this headline very clear to you? If you understand, now I can go for another rule. Okay, please write it. Now let's go for another rule. In the newspaper headlines, sometimes we also need to use passive verbs or passive grammar or passive structures. But when the reporters use passive structures in the headline, they normally don't follow the normal traditional style, be plus past participle. They don't write be plus past participle of the verb. They drop it. So why do they do it? They drop the be verb and leave only past participle. So what is the rule? Drop the be verb. Drop the be verb in the passive structure and leave or write only past participle. Look at the headline. Murder hunt, man held. Murder hunt means hunt. You know, hunt is to look for someone or something, to search something. Murder is now killing someone or something. Man held. Man held means a man is being held by police. Man held. Man is the subject, held is the past participle of hold. Hold. Hold is the base form of the verb hold. Hold means to catch or to arrest, and held is the past participle. Subject plus past participle. There is no be verb in this. So this is the rule of writing headline of English newspaper in English language. Look at the headline. 6 killed in explosion. You know, 6 killed. This is the subject. Killed is the past participle of kill. There is no be verb here. Actually, the sentence should be 6 people were killed. 6 people were killed in explosion. So this is the structure of writing passive headline in the English newspaper. Now I'd like to give you another example, and I think this will make you very easy. Please look at the two examples. President attack. Normally, the common students will think that this is the example of present past indefinite tense. But newspaper headlines do not usually write past indefinite tense in the headlines. The meaning of this headline is President was attacked. President was attacked. President was attacked. And the meaning of the next example is President attacks his critics, means the President is the subject, critics is the object, and attack is the main verb. President has attacked the critics. Okay, one more example I am giving you. Normally this seems the example of past indefinite tense, but actually the meaning of the headline is a missing boy was found safe. A missing boy was found safe. And the meaning of this headline is a boy has found a safe. You know, safe means something like almirah. Okay? I think I am very clear to you. Dear students, now I would like to give you one more example of how to write a newspaper report. Rule number 8. This is what we normally say colon, but actually this is called colon. Colon sign is used to separate the subject from what is being said or what was said about the subject. A strikes, you know, a strike is like hartal. PM means Prime Minister. To take means Prime Minister will take action because there is a strike going on. So, in some cases we can use colon sign. Man missing, you know, missing is inside a quotation marks. So when quotation marks is used, that means the reporter is not sure whether the statement inside the quotation belongs to the speaker. So that's why some quotation marks are used to indicate that the words that have been written do not have any surety. It depends on guess. So dear students, sometimes question marks is also used after the end of the headline to show that, to inform us that this is also not sure. You know, PM due in Rangpur. PM due in Rangpur, you know, there is a question sign. So this question sign indicate that the Prime Minister will come to Rangpur, or the Prime Minister is expected to come to Rangpur is not sure. The reporter is not sure. The reporter has taken this news from the source, from an unreliable source. So dear students, I think after attending my class, this is the last second part of the rules about writing headlines of English newspaper writing. Dear students, I think you have been able to understand about how to write the English newspaper headline, how to write the headline of English newspapers, and I think you will be able to be a good writer. And if you attentively attend my class, and then I want to tell you that stay home, stay safe, and don't go outside your home during this coronavirus pandemic. Always try to stay home and always